As you can see, we are very much zoomed in, which can only mean one thing. We're doing a full face of testing out new makeup, or at least new makeup to me. So you guys want to see what these items are? Are they actually going to be worth their price point? Well, then definitely keep on watching. All right, so we're gonna start off with the eyes. I have two palettes sitting in front of me. The first one being the Lancome Hypnose palette. Now, I did not buy this palette. It actually was gifted to me in PR, along with this whole box. I thought it was so cool that Lancome sent me like a box full of products. It's super cool. It came with this palette, like an eye remover, my favorite Advanced Genifique serum. It came with two mascaras and this palette right here. So this is the Hypnose palette. This is for a natural to dramatic look, and it's gonna look like this. Now, I have never played with a Lancome palette before, so I don't really know the quality of the shadows. I can say they didn't swatch the best, but I'm still gonna be excited to try it out. It doesn't look like it's gonna be a like natural eyeshadow palette. It looks very dramatic in my opinion, but we're definitely gonna try this out. The only thing I will say is that this feels like such cheap plastic for the price point that it is. The other palette that we're gonna try is a palette that I purchased myself because I have been seeing this all over my For You page, and it is the Adriana Nicole Cosmetics I Am Everything palette. Now, I have been seeing this palette all over my For You page, but in particular, I've been seeing the shade right here called Ethereal. Everybody's been talking about this because she actually sells her shades individually as well as a palette, and everybody's been raving about the shade Ethereal right here, that this is supposed to be so beautiful, so wet looking, and whenever I see anyone like swatch or put on the eyes, it looks so freaking wet. I'm like, I have to have it. I have to have it. I mean, like literally just swatching it, it feels so creamy and buttery. And then let's just look at this. Okay, that goes on very high shine. It feels very, very wet. I am so excited to try that out. Like I said, you guys can find this over on the TikTok shop along with AdrianaNicoleCosmetics.com. I bought mine off the TikTok shop, and I'm really excited to give this a try. And I'm really excited to see what this palette's all about, along with that shade Ethereal that I've been seeing everywhere. We also have a new foundation, a new bronzer, blush, setting powder, some new lip products. So we have it all. So we're gonna go ahead and dive right on in. So we're gonna start off with my eye base. I'm gonna go into the Sigma eye base right here. You guys already know the drill with that. And I'm just gonna try out new makeup and talk to you guys. So I had told you guys that last week Corey was in a bartending competition, and it went so well. Over 250 something people showed up this bartending competition. There was 8 different bartenders and 5 judges that were going around and trying out the drinks. It was such a fun event. It was held at the Edison at Disney Springs, and I loved every second of it. Now, I will say Corey did not win. He actually came in second place. He lost by 3 points. My man lost by 3 points. And you know what? We are all still so proud of him because he went into this competition so nervous. He was so nervous. He was like, I don't know if I stand a chance, because all the other bartenders that were participating pretty much are bartenders that have competed in competitions before. So he's like, what chance do I have? And he was so nervous, and I'm so proud of him. He did so well, and he does not give himself enough credit at all. And I really wish he would. So he came in second place by 3 points. He got a cool little swag bag, which we were all so proud of him for. And it was a lot of fun. Afterwards, we went out and we just kind of went around the springs and just kind of like had a good time, all of us together. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of this palette. I do want to go into this little like rosy shade right here. Kind of like put this like in my transition because we're going to go into that shade Ethereal. Okay, so now that shade is laid down, I'm just going to take a little bit of setting powder to help blend it out. But after Corey's bartending competition, last Saturday, the 24th, was actually Michael's Service of Life. I've never attended a Service of Life before. That was my first time ever attending something like that. Normally, I've gone to like funerals and memorials, but I've never done like a celebration of life where you're not supposed to like mourn someone who's passed. You're supposed to celebrate their life, which I know that's what my dad said he wants to have. Didn't know what to expect. I just didn't really know what to expect, but it was me and quite a few people that is me and quite a few people from our old job. We used to work together, and then like people from his other job came together, and like different friend groups came together, and like it was like 80 people plus being there celebrating him. They did a montage of photos of him. Some of my wedding photos made it in there, which I thought was really sweet because I didn't know that they even had that, because he officiated my wedding a couple years ago. So they did a little montage, and everybody was crying during the montage, which was just so sweet to like see, because one of the last few conversations I actually had with Michael right before he passed, it was like a week before he passed, he just felt that like, I don't know, that a lot of people didn't care, and I just really wanted him to see that people loved him and cherished him. Do you know what I mean? So I just wish I could have shown him that moment, like, look how many people are here for you. And then after the montage, his sister and her girlfriend did like a little speech, which was very difficult for a lot of us. A lot of us had no dry eye. And then we all saluted to him. We all took a shot, and then we just sat there and we shared stories. We laughed, we cried. And then before I left, I actually had a really wonderful heart-to-heart with his sister Marissa. And it was really just sweet to have a conversation. It was really sweet to have a long conversation with her and kind of like connect and like share some things. And I don't know, it was just really sweet. I didn't know what to expect. I've never been like to a service of life before. And that was my first one. And I will say, like, I really hope that he saw it and was just so happy that people were there celebrating him and love him. And yeah, I would say the shade laid down kind of nicely. Like, I didn't have any issues with that. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't know what to expect. Okay, so now we're going to go into the Adriana Nicole I'm Everything palette. I want to take the shade right here called Ethereal. Like I said, I see everybody just take this on their finger and they just go across their lid, and I just really want to do that. I'm going to do no glitter glue because I genuinely want to see how well this shadow performs without glitter glue. So here's the moment of truth. I just want to see. Okay. Wow. Okay, this looks like wet. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know how to describe it. It looks wet. It looks really pretty. Wow, that is like very like vibrant, and it's like intense. It's like a nice like wet looking shadow. Oh my god, imagine what this will look like if I lay glitter glue down with it. Holy crap. Whoa. Whoa. So I'm gonna quickly do the other eye off camera. We're gonna come back to do the face. I bought the new Patrick Ta Major Dimension Hydra Luxe Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation, and I really hope I did not make a mistake because I've seen way too many reviews online of people saying that if you have oily skin, this foundation is absolutely not for you. And I'm kind of like, I had a feeling that this may not be for me, and we're going to try it out. I'm going to do an all-day wear test so that by the time you guys will see this, you guys would definitely know my thoughts on this foundation, but I'll be back. Now that the eyes are somewhat done, we're going to go into my base. So for foundation today, I did buy the Patrick Ta Major Skin Hydra Luxe Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. This is a $58 foundation. I have been seeing so many mixed reviews on this. Half the people love it, half the people hate it. I'm scared I'm going to hate it because I have really, really, really oily skin, and apparently this is perfect if you have dry skin. So the complete opposite of mine. I did buy the shade 10 Neutral. It's kind of hard to gauge what shade it should have been. So to start off, we are going to go in with the one size. This is the Oil Control. This is the Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Primer. This has been a holy grail for me. And while I'm shaking this up, this says that this foundation is supposed to enhance your radiance with this luminous medium coverage foundation. It's a lightweight, hydrating, and infused with 3 types of hyaluronic acid plus sequilene and fermented kombucha. This formula blends seamlessly and blurs imperfections for a glowy skin-like finish. Oh shit. Completely opposite of me. All right, let's try this bad boy out. It doesn't have a smell. Okay, so first impressions, you can see how shiny I am. Oh god. I'm shiny, and I put on a really extreme oil control primer, and I'm shiny. Okay, well, shit. You know what though? If I don't like it, guys, I will actually return it. I used to be horrible about making returns, but now I don't care. If I don't like it, I'll return it. But we're going to test this out. I want to do an all-day wear test. I genuinely want to see how this is going to fare against my like really oily skin. I feel like the shade match isn't too bad. I originally was going to go to the shade Light 6, but that shade was actually sold out. So I went for Light 10, and I'm actually really glad that I did. Because I originally saw Manny's review, and Manny had the shade Light 6, and he said, oh, that might be a little bit too light for him. So I'm actually glad I went for a deeper shade, because I feel like this is definitely more of like my shade, if that makes sense. Okay, so first impressions, holy crap, oh, I'm shiny. Oh, I am shiny. Okay. I really hope that this foundation works. It looks really pretty. Like, it does look really pretty on the skin. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it looks really pretty. I feel like it's a really great match. If my skin looks like it's definitely radiant and healthy. I wish this is where I wish I had dry skin, because like this would just be like really beautiful if you can just like damp it down in some area, if you could just mattify it down in some areas. But like this for me is so scary as someone with really oily skin. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So okay, now we're gonna go into bronzer. I don't have a new like cream bronzer, so I'm just gonna go in with the Morphe bronzer right here. I really have enjoyed this bronzer. I think it's a really fantastic bronzer. It's one of the few products from Morphe that I generally really do like, which is shocking because I feel like Morphe just was one of those brands that everybody used to love, and now I never hear anyone talk about them. I will say the bottle, this is super nice. I just don't like how it's like designed because this is going to get dirty so freaking fast. Okay, so we're going to do like a wear test on that to see how well it holds up. But I'm going to go in with the Morphe. This is the like bronzing drop stuff. I really enjoy this. And I'm really surprised I do because I just didn't have high hopes for it when I first originally got it because I was like, oh, well, it wasn't the right shade. But the way that this just like literally it just like blends into the skin, it just like, do you see how it just like literally just melts? It just melts. It just melts so seamlessly. And it's just so beautiful. It's such a gorgeous, gorgeous formula. I really enjoy this bronzer. I've been using it quite a bit, actually. That, or I've been using the Too Faced like chocolate contour stick. Like that has been also a go-to for mine when it comes to cream bronzers. That is so freaking pretty. Okay, so for blush, again, I don't have like a new blush really. It is, but like it isn't. It is the House Labs Glossy Hibiscus. This was actually sent to me because of TikTok. So I've been enjoying the shade. I think it's really, really pretty. It just blends right into the skin. So I want to tell you guys this story, and I hope it's not too invasive. I'll keep people's names out of it, but you know, I have been a big advocate for mental health. I've been talking about my mental health for years here on my channel. I suffer from a lot of mental health issues. I suffer from really horrible anxiety. I suffer from, unfortunately, self-harm. I've self-harmed myself plenty of times in my life. I've suffered from wanting to unalive myself and having unalive tendencies. I've been through it. I've gone to therapy for it. I've had my fair share of just having mental health issues, and I've always been very, very, very open on my journey. And I told this story a long time ago, and I know that people right now are really against Robert E. Christie, and that's okay, but I still want to share this story. I'm going to go in with the Tarte. This is the Creamy Creaseless Concealer. I've really been loving this, by the way. It's so freaking good. But I wanted to share this story because a long, long time ago, back in like 2017, I was very, 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 very close to just saying goodbye to it all. And my husband had actually reached out to Robert E. Christie and kind of shared my story with her. And she reached out and she had a very, very, very long conversation with me. One that I'll never forget. She completely talked to a stranger and had no idea that moment that she did just was enough to get me to want to keep going forward. Okay. So I've shared this story numerous times here on my channel, but I recently had someone reach out to me in my DMs and let me know that back in the summer, they had hit one of their lowest points in their lives and they were close to ending it all. And one of my videos popped up on their page and they just like binged my videos. And it was because of that they're still here today. And it to me was just almost like a full circle moment because I just remember being in that position years ago and reaching out and having one of my favorite people that I love watching reach out to me, make me feel seen, make me feel heard. And it just meant the absolute world to me. It's one of the reasons why I'm still here. And so I had reached out to that person and I had a conversation with them and I let them know that if they ever need me, I'm here. I can be a shoulder that they can lean on. Like, I know what it's like to go through it. And I just, really started thinking about how I don't even know what video of mine was it for them, but I just thought, wow, like I got to essentially, like, I don't say pay it forward, but I got to give somebody what was given to me. And it was just such a beautiful moment. And it's why I love doing what I do. And it's also why I try to show everybody kindness because you truly, truly, truly do not know what someone's going through behind closed doors. Like every single person is facing some sort of demon, right? We're all facing our own demon. We're all facing our own issues. And you just truly never know what someone's going through. So I try to show them as much kindness as possible because you don't know if behind those eyes is that person's just last moment that's a trigger, or you don't know what type of just anguish or devastation they could be facing. People are really good at hiding their emotions. They're really good at hiding how they're feeling. I know because I speak from my own self. I've been good to been here on camera so many times and smiled at you guys when I just wanted to go sit in a corner and just cry my eyes out and curl up in a ball and be like, I'm done. Do you know what I mean? Like you just never know. So if I can just pass one message to you guys, it's just be that kindness, be that voice, be that person that just gives a stranger a smile, that, just ask, how are you? Because you'd be surprised at how far that actually goes. For setting powder, I'm going to try the new Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I never tried this before, by the way. This was in my Sephora's summer favorite set, and I just am now getting to it. So we're going to try this out for the first time. I generally don't know what to expect. I really hope that I like this setting powder. Well, we'll see. That person reaching out was just like, this is why I show everybody kindness. Even if I don't know them, I show everybody kindness. Like people at my job that I don't know, I show them kindness because you just generally don't know what someone's going through. Like you really don't. And I was just so touched. This person reached out and said that I've done something for them that was done to me. And I just, I was just like, wow. So I actually reached out to Robert Christie and I said, I just want to let you know that a couple years ago, you had saved my life by showing kindness to a stranger when you didn't have to. And I had that moment today where I got to pay it forward to somebody. And if I can just help one person out each day, make someone smile, make someone laugh, like then I did my job. I did my job. Like I just want to bring people happiness. I want to bring people joy because this world is already so messed up enough as it is. It's already so scary. Like we have no idea how everything is going to go. And YouTube is my break. YouTube is my escape from reality, and makeup is my escape from reality. Not just this, but like reading is too. And I just love sharing that with you guys. And if I can just bring you some moments of happiness or make you just escape your reality for 20 minutes, then it makes me so happy. So if you guys ever feel like you are going through something, don't ever be afraid to reach out because I will always be here for you. I just really want you guys to know that. Everybody's raved about this setting powder. I don't get why. Like, everybody said how good the setting powder is, where it looks okay. But I don't know. I don't see it. Ew. Like, I'll try to zoom in. My chin is already looking bad. Ew, okay. I don't think it's the foundation. I think it could be the setting powder. I don't think this was a good combination to mix. We did. Now, what I will do is I will try out this foundation again with my Holy Grail, like, products, like my One Size or my Kimchi Chic and Nakia Joy Cosmetics setting powder to make sure that I'm really giving it a full chance. Since I'm trying with the new setting powder today, we're going to definitely give this foundation another chance. But based on first impressions, I'm not the big fan of that setting powder. It does not look the best, in my opinion. So there's that. So to continue forward, this is new to me. My friend Cody J actually gifted this to me. This is the All Hours Hyper Bronzer from YSL. I have not tried this yet. I'm super excited to try this. I saw a lot of people getting this during the summer, and I'm excited to try this out. Doesn't have a scent to it, which is actually kind of shocking because usually a lot of like high-end bronzers tend to have a lot of scent to it, and this one doesn't. This one doesn't have shimmer in it, does it? Because, am I looking shimmery? Okay, maybe it's just, is that setting powder shimmery? I hope not. I'm going to take the little bit of the Nakia Joy Cosmetics finishing powder right here, and we're going to kind of go over my face one more time just to be safe. I really make sure I really take care of this. I want to give this foundation a fair chance. So I'm just going to kind of tap over this. Okay. And then now I'm going to also really heavily set my face. Setting spray. Okay. I will say the bronzer is actually quite nice. It's a really pretty bronzer. So for blush, I know I had the new Singe Beauty blushes, but I'm going to try out this Surrat blush right here. This is something that they sent me. It's like an empty component that I got to put together. So it came with like this really pretty blush highlighter. It's like a black eyeshadow right here. So we're going to go into the blush right here. I feel like this would be really pretty to go with this look. I'm really new to the Surrat Beauty game. I got to meet them when I was in New Orleans for the Creator and Friends event, and the team was so incredibly nice. And their products are really, really, really pretty. Like they sent over a whole little package, which I gotta show you guys. And it has like these really cool like single eyeshadow stacks where you twist it. It's like a cream eyeshadow, then a shimmer. It's really pretty. Really pretty. So I'm gonna go in with this blush right here. I don't know what this blush shade is called, but I'm gonna go in very, very lightly because it does seem like it has a little bit of luminosity to it. So I'm just gonna go in very light-handed with it. It's really pretty. And then for highlight, I'm gonna go into this little highlighter right next to that. I'll have them all linked down below. So in case I'm not knowing the shade names of them now, I'll have them linked down below for you guys. I'm just going to go in and I'm going to go into this little highlighter. Ooh, that's really pretty. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that same palette that we took earlier. I'm going to go back in that little shade right here, just underneath my eye, very, 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 very lightly. Okay, so for mascara, I have the two Lancome mascaras right here. We have a Booster XL. This is a base volume mascara, followed by the Hypnose Drama Extreme Volume Mascara. I used to love this mascara a lot, but then I actually kind of ran out. So we're going to go with the base first. I don't think I've ever used a base mascara from Lancome before, so I'm really excited to kind of try this out. So I'm going to curl my lashes. All right, let's go in with the base mascara. Ooh. All right, now that the base is on, you see my white lashes. We're gonna go in. Oh, I don't think I've tried the Hypnostrama one before. I've never seen this. Is not the one I've tried. Oh crap. Okay, I've never tried this one before. Ooh, I thought maybe. Oh, I tried the Idol one. Okay, ready? Let's try this out. Okay, so I will say the bristles are really soft. It does transfer to the lid just a little bit, just a heads up. But the bristles are soft. I can see how they're lifting my lashes. They are kind of separating them. I can't tell if they're making them clumpy or not, but it's not a bad mascara. It's definitely not my favorite, I can already tell, but it is getting the job done. Okay, so for lips, I'm going to try out the Formless Beauty. This is going to be a lip gloss. They reached out to me in my emails, asked they could send me a few products. I said sure. So they sent me a little quad eyeshadow palette, a mascara, and a lip gloss. So for today, we're going to try out the lip gloss. I will try out the mascara and the palette in a different video, but I really want to try out the lip gloss today. How the lip gloss looks is in the shade called Euphoria. So let's see, what lip liner can I use? All right, I'm going to go in the Fenty Beauty Rubber Bands lip liner right here. You guys know I love this lip liner. It's so creamy, so buttery, and the way it just glides on is just so beautiful. Okay, now that the lip liner's on, let's go ahead and go in with the lip gloss. This is my first time ever trying Formless Beauty. I didn't know, like I said, I didn't even know that Jenny McCartney even had a brand. So let's try this out. Okay, I like metallic. So it doesn't have a smell to it. It says, gorgeous sheer glosses with flecks of glitter and shimmer, perfect for everyday wear or glamorous night out. Key ingredients include shea butter, jojoba oil, aloe, chamomile, grapefruit seed to condition, moisture, smooth, and protect the lips. Oh, I hate when it does that. Okay, so now that the lip gloss is on, I will say, like, I don't know, like, it has a pretty shine to it. Looks a bit almost on the metallic side, but it has, I feel like, a little bit of like a small, tiny bit of stickiness. Not bad, but just enough for I'm just like, a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my face one more time. And this is the final look. Okay, guys, so this is the final look right here. We're going to do a quick little rundown. So first off, we have this little Lancome palette. Surprisingly enough, the one shade that I did play with, it's actually really pretty. It blends really nicely, which I truly did not expect. I just expected upon swatching it that it was going to be one of those shades that just would be really difficult to work with. It was just not going to blend, but it blended really seamlessly. So it kind of makes me want to try other shades in this palette. First impressions, the one shade blended really nicely. I enjoyed that. The I Am Everything palette from Adriana Cosmetics. I'm sorry, but the shade Ethereal, oh my God, it's so stunning. I don't know if you guys can even see the shift where it's like a pink blue shift. It's so freaking pretty. It's so wet. It's so shimmery. It glides on effortlessly. Like, it glides on effortlessly. I can see why this has been viral all over TikTok. I can see why everybody's been obsessed with that shade. Just look at how wet it looks. It looks so wet, so glistening. I have absolutely no glitter glue. I swiped it on with one finger, and it did that. That's stunning. That is absolutely gorgeous. It makes me want to try other shades in this palette. No wonder why this shade cannot stay in stock, because it's just that damn gorgeous. So Adriana and Nicole, you killed it with this. I cannot wait to see what you launch next. If you guys want to check out this palette, I'll have it linked down below. But do we just seriously just see how pretty that shade is? Like, oh my God, it's stunning. It's stunning. I don't need to say anything else to that. Then we do have the Patrick Ta. This is going to be the Major Skin Hydra Luxe Luminous Skin, Perfecting Foundation. First impressions, I think it's pretty. It definitely says it's a medium coverage. You could definitely build it up. I did just a little bit. It's pretty. It goes on super, super hydrating. It goes on very glowy. I think I picked the right shade match for it. But the question's going to remain, is it going to hold up on my oily skin? That's the thing I'm kind of worried about. Is it going to hold up? I don't think it's going to. But I think it's one of those foundations that I could probably wear for a couple hours. Like if I'm filming and stuff like that, that if I just want to like put something on while I'm filming, but like not wear to work, not wear out and about, it could be one of those foundations. We shall see. I will let you guys know. But first impressions, it is pretty. It does look very skin-like. It has a really gorgeous luminous finish to it, but we'll see how well it actually holds up. Then we do have the LYS bronzer. This is a pretty bronzer. This blended out really nicely. At first I thought it was really shimmery and I was like, shit. But it's not. It's actually really pretty. I'm excited to keep trying this out. Same thing with the Surrat blush and highlighter that I use. They're really pretty. They blend really seamlessly on the face. It's really pretty combination between the two. It does have a little bit of fallout on it, but I will say I'm excited to keep seeing more stuff from this brand. Like I said, the few products I have tried from them have been really nice. The team is amazing, and I'm excited to keep trying more stuff out. Then we have the Hourglass powder. I don't like this. I don't know why people do. I feel like because I have enough setting powders that I can kind of tell what blurs, what sets, and what doesn't. I feel like this is one of those powders that kind of accentuates my pores and my fine lines and wrinkles. I feel like it doesn't actually do anything. Maybe add a little bit of like a glow to the skin. I'm not entirely sure. I just wanted to try it out because I got it in my Sephora favorites set, and I don't think I'm going to end up keeping this. First impressions, this sucked. It truly did suck. Then we do have the mascaras from Lancome. I will say that I like the eye base. I do like the eye base, but as for the actual mascara itself, it's okay. It's not going to be a holy grail for me. If I wear this mascara, I will have to mix it with other mascaras to kind of get the full luscious, luminous volume I'm looking for. This just kind of lifts them and kind of separates, but it doesn't really do much else. But the base does work nice. And then we do have the lips from Formless Beauty. I will say that the lip gloss it's okay. It's pretty. It has a nice, pretty high shine to it. It definitely does complement the lip really nicely. But I don't really know much more about it, how I feel about it. This is one of those lip glosses I'm going to keep testing out. I do feel like if it's going to be sheer, it should be a little bit more sheer than what it is. And it should feel a little bit more, I don't want to say creamier because that's not the word I'm looking for, but a little bit more glide on-esque, you know what I mean? It definitely has more thicker consistency to it. I like more of like a thinner gloss that just sweeps right on and just feels like water on the lips. That's definitely, you could tell there's a gloss there. It has a little bit of stickiness to it. Doesn't have a smell, which is nice. It does have a pretty shine to it, but we're gonna have to keep playing with this. So first impressions, there's some products in here that I really like and some products that I'm like, not the biggest fan of. But with that said, let's go ahead and start our wear test. Okay, so here I am 5 hours later. Surprisingly, I'm not that oily. I don't know, it's the shit ton of setting spray that I did, the primer, the setting spray, but this is how my face is looking right now, 5 hours in. Not that bad, but we'll definitely be back in a few hours. Over 12 hours. Do you see how greasy I am? The eyeshadow held on great for the most part, but the face, do we see how oily I am? This foundation is not meant for oily skin. Like, just look at it. Look at how oily I am. I will say, after a couple hours, you could just feel it sitting on the face. It made me kind of itchy, and I just wanted to take it off so bad, just because it just sits there. You can just feel it sitting there. So I will say this is definitely not oily skin approved. If you have dry skin, you might actually really like this foundation. For me, this is not a foundation that I will find myself wearing for like an all-day thing. I may wear this just while I'm filming, just for a couple hours, and then I'm going to take it off. I will say it is pretty upon first application, but it just does not wear well throughout the day. So if you have oily skin, you might want to stay away from this. Or if you do have like normal to dry skin, this might be good for you. But oily skin, this is not our friend in the slightest. So that, my most beautiful friends in the entire world, is it for today's video. I'll make sure I have all the products linked down below. But if you guys like this video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's All for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures with my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful patron members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video.